everyone, I am Elmi Castillo from 1E1BS Criminology, and I am here to discuss what I have learned in our subject, which is LEA. So, let's start. Has the power to direct and control tactical as well as the strategic movements, deployment, utilization of the PNP or any of its unit and personnel, including its equipment, facilities, and other resources. According to the RA 1675, the particular organization has the general power to make arrest, search, and seizure in the accordance within the pertinent laws. The PNP member with the rank of Police Lieutenant, Inspector to Police Lieutenant, Colonel, Superintendent is appointed by the NAPOLCOM. One of the staff service of the NAPOLCOM responsible for the review of the Commission's plans and programs and formulate policies and procedures regarding acquisitions, inventory, control, distribution, maintenance, disposal of supplies, and shall oversee the implementation of programs or transportation facilities and installations in the procurement and maintenance of the police and equipment is what we call the installation and logistic services. It is aims to identify the guilty party, apprehend the guilty, and provide evidence of guilt in criminal proceeding is what we call the investigation. This police activity deters an individual who plans to commit any violation of law, a proactive measure in policing it was we called patrol. The taking of person in the custody in order that he may be bound to answer for the commission of offenses is to arrest. The checkpoint must be led by an officer who at least rank of inspector. This is being done in conjunction with an ongoing operations or when there is need to arrest a criminal fugitive from justice is what we call checkpoint. It is an act of defining the rights of person under the custodial investigation as well as the duties of arresting, detaining, and investigating officer. Hello everyone, I am Elmi Castillo from 1E1BS Criminology, and I am here to discuss what I have learned in our subject, which is LEA. So, let's start. First is, what is police? Police is the agency of a community or government that is responsible for enforcing the law, maintaining public orders, and preventing and detecting crimes. Pillar of criminal justice system. There are different police activities and these are the following. First is the prevention of crime. Prevention of crime is intended to prevent the root causes of crime. Second is the repression or suppression of crime. Repression or suppression of crime is intended to reduce the opportunity of committing crimes. One is apprehension of offenders. Apprehending offenders is also known as arresting offenders. One is apprehension of offenders. Apprehending offenders is also known as arresting offenders. Is conduct search and seizure. And the fifth is investigation of crime and the last one is protection of lives and property. Sa padali, ang pagsaulon ng police activities ay meron tayong pwedeng gamitin na acronym. Yun ay ang PRASIP. P stands for prevention, R for repression, A for apprehension, S for search, I for investigation, and P for protection. The term police was derived from the Roman word politeia, which means the coordination of state, government, and administration. In addition, politeia is originated from the Greek word which is politeia, which means a group of persons that governs a city. And it was the French who translated the word politeia as a police to refer to the law enforcer. Political person is non-human legal entity, in other words, any organization that is not single natural person but is authorized by the law with duties and rights and is recognized as the legal person and as having a distinct identity. Natural person is a person that is individual human being as opposed to the legal person which may be a private or public. So ganito, pag sinabi pong juridical person, ito po yung administration which is police. Then pag natural person, ito po yung policeman or policewoman. Two fundamental theories of police service, which is continental theory. Under the continental theory is the policemen are considered as servants of the higher authorities, while the hand rule theory is the policemen are considered as servants of the community. There's also a fundamental concept in a police service, which is the old concept. Under the old concept is the public look at policemen to be more effective if they are conducting numerous arrests and put behind the laws what they arrested. And the second one is the modern concept. The police look at the policeman more effective in the absence of crime. The Philippine National Police at presence in under the modern concept. This is manifest in the fact that our policemen are calling themselves as a public servants. So basic terminologies in relation to the police planning. First is the authority. Authority is the highest command and control of a behavior. Second is the delegation of authority. Delegation of the authority is the act of a person high in our authority conferring power, activity, duty, responsibility to the lower authority. The third one is the manage. To manage is to direct or conduct the affairs or interests of various unit. The fourth one is the organizing. Organizing is the act of systematically arranging different units in hierarchical order. The fifth one is organization. Organization is an association of human beings to attain a specific goal. Number 6, police accountability. Police accountability is the inherent responsibility of police organization to be answerable for the misconducts committed. 7 is the police administration. It's an organizational process concerned with the determination of the objects and plans. 8 is police function. Police function is referred to the responsibilities and duties. Police organization. Police organization is a number of administering, controlling, or handling various crimes. Police management is the act of administering, controlling, systematically arranged for some purpose of objective. And the last one is the police power. It is the inherent power of the government to impose reasonable reflection. The police manager's main administrative functions. First is planning. Planning is the process of selecting goals and determining how to achieve them. Second is organizing. Organizing is the process of making an organization fit with these objectives. Third is directing. Directing is the process of giving orders, commands, directives, or instruction to prevent in order to rule, guide them in accomplishing the goals. Fourth is staffing. Staffing is the act of placing personnel to the positions in the organizational structure. Following are different staffing activities. Recruitment. Recruitment is the set of activities and process used to legally obtain a sufficient number. Second is selection. Selection is the process of choosing from among the candidates that masculine, suitable person for the current position. What is appraisal? Appraisal is the process of measuring performance. Second is training. It is the act of improving the ability required in the current job. Third is development. It is the act of improving the ability required in the future job. Administrative function is coordinating. Coordinating is the manner of integrating the different elements within and outside of the organization. Fourth is the recording. Recording is the system of classifying and compiling written communications going inside, going and outside of an organization. Last one is budgeting. Budgeting is the management of income and expenditures within the organization. The resources of police organization can be managed effectively if the police officers consider the following principles in police management. First is the unity of objectives. Second is the scholar principle. Third is the unity of command. And the fourth one is the span of control, delegation of authority, and the last one is line and staff principle. The chief of PNP is appointed by the president, and the new rank classification of director general is the police general. The title of the head of the police regional office is the regional director. Logistic unit is the responsible for the procurement, distributions, and management of all the logistical requirements of the PNP, including firearms and ammunition. The chief superintendent is the head of support of the unit of the PNP. The applicant of the PNP must weigh not more or less than 5 kilograms from the standard weight corresponding to his and her height, age, and sex. The uniformed members of the PNP shall be considered employees of the national government. The President may extend the term of the police office of the Chief of the PNP. In addition, graduates of the PNPA are automatically appointed to the rank of the police lieutenant. The head of the municipal or city police station is the chief of police. The mobile strikes force or the reaction unit to augment regional, provincial, municipal, city police forces for civil disturbances control, counter-insurgency, hostage-taking, and rescue operation is the Special Action Force or the SAF. And the new rank classification for Police Officer 1 is Police Patrolman. Arrest is an apprehension made by the private citizen. Seizure is the act of confiscating possession of something by legal process. Interrogation is the process of questioning a person suspected of committing crime. The regional state prosecutors is the responsible in implementing police policies, plans, programs, memoranda, orders, circulars, rules, and the regulations of the DOJ relative to the investigation and prosecution of crime cases in its region. Preliminary investigation, it is conducted to determine whether a prima facie evidence exists. Provincial and city prosecutors is in charge of the prosecution of all crimes and misdemeanor and violation of city or municipal ordinances in the courts. Prosecutor office for the crimes punishable by imprisonment above 6 years to complaint must be filed. It is the process or method whereby accusations are brought before the court of justice to determine the guilt or innocence of the accused is what we call prosecution. It is known as accusatorial system. It is called adversarial. A system whereby the victim or his representative have the primary responsibility for finding and presenting evidence to court. The judge listens to the accusations and determines the applicable punishment to the accused is what we call adversarial. Information is the accusation in writing charging a person with an offense subscribed by the fiscal and filed with the court.